Hey everybody, Lazy Gear with Lazy Gear Books. We're back with another vlog. Well, I'm supposed to have a guest star, but he never showed up. So I guess I'm doing this vlog all on my own, like I usually do. But it's not a big deal. I can do this video on my own once again. And I did starting some new guests last year. They didn't even show up, so this is nothing new. Okay, this vlog is going to intake the books I started reading when I first started this channel, my book channel. I started back in 2020, so I picked 5 books that got me started reading. But before we start with any specific books, I honestly want to say these are the books that got me started reading. The books you might be interested in reading for yourself. So the first book this first book actually got me started reading. This is the first book I started reading for the book channel. Like I said, I started it back in 2020 on the app. So this one is by Call Savannah Brandt. It's called Hours to Put a Love Story. You guys, this is the book that got me started reading. The very first book when I started this channel. It used to be Lazy Books. But, like I said, please don't ask me how I had to change the name to Lazy Good Books. That is really kind of complicated. Yeah, that's like complicated. And there was a reason behind that. So, but we're not going to go for detail of that. So this one was my very first read. It was about Savannah, how she met Cole at a, if I remember, yeah, she met Cole at a grove. He was in town for a YouTube thing and stuff like that. But he honestly, okay, that was just a short story short. Cole started playing with Everly. Savannah didn't know him, but Everly was so happy. Cole played with her and her friend Ava. But when Cole met Savannah at the grove, they fell madly in love. But this kind of takes how they started on YouTube. Savannah and Everly had Musically before it was TikTok. They did all these really interesting videos on there and that. And there was pretty much, there's scripture in this book. How Savannah and I get back to the Lord and that, and it was called Savannah story pretty much. And then Everly. Everly's not a little anymore. She's now a teenager. But yeah, Christopher and Anna got married. You know, they made it as a YouTube thing. They started their own YouTube channel because Everly was a big part of it. So yeah, so this was honestly a really great book. This book actually got me started reading. This was actually my first memoir. Asked me what part of this book was my favorite. I want to say the past relationship Savannah had, because I got her wrong nowhere. her ex-boyfriend actually got her pregnant with Emily. So, but when Cole got in their lives, things actually settled down tremendously. This is kind of book that if you want to start reading memoirs, this is a book you should start reading. And only because it was just a wonderful storyline. I actually reheard this, I think it was last year or the year before. And it still gave me the same intake of it, but a different level of it. So, let's say this one should be your first memoir. If you want to get into reading, this book will get me started. This one was a favorite of mine. Honestly, a favorite of mine. Now, because if you want to see this video, I'll honestly put it down in the description, so you guys will see our very first video when it was just lazy books. But this one was honestly this one got me started. Totally got me started. And if you read this, you see why this one was one of my favorites. I read great books. Every year, I have a new favorite. Because this next book was actually my second book I got me started reading. Next book. This was my first Jennifer Delaney book. And I absolutely loved it. But it had a lot of twists and turns to it. This one's by Jennifer Delaney. It's called Lost in... It's Disney Beauty and the Beast. Lost in a Book. Well, everyone can get confused. This is a book where you honestly confused. There was some twisty parts of this. Okay, it started with Belle. After her, it kind of, her mom died in London and all that, but it was more like yeah. It's kind of hard for me to remember what this one was about, but it had its twists and turns. This one was my second book. Who wants to write her own story? Yeah, so this book honestly intake of Belle, Mrs. Potts, the Beast, Mrs. Potts, the baby, Chip, and that one. But there was other quickie turns in here I don't honestly remember. But this one was honestly a really good storyline. But there were so many necessary twists and turns. But if we get towards the I don't want to do any spoiler intakes, but if part of this book will honestly get you wind it up. And only because when you go through the maze, I believe it was in the middle, if I honestly remember. When she went to the Beast Castle, the Beast let her in this library. It was huge. Huge bookshelves. There was a book that actually sucked her into the book. That part was honestly pretty cool. Because who wants to be stuck in a book like we all want to? Want to be sucked into a book and can't get out. It's like, okay. But this book was honestly a really good book. I honestly enjoyed it when I read it. But this book, honestly, I couldn't stop reading it. It was so good. But back then, I was reading in bed. That's not upset to me. I cannot honestly feel like it. And this book was honestly written to a new world, new setting, new creators. There was an opera singer in the book who's an opera on there. But Belle was kind of stuck until she kept getting out. Then went to bed. She played with the beast in the snow. Chip's birthday and all that. But the ending, I thought it was really, really good. But I'm not going to give any spoilers. But say the confusing part of the maze. Trust me, it was really confusing. I honestly thought when I read this that the maze part was going to put me into reading stuff. It didn't. But I don't remember the other creators. This book is just a story in here. I know I put it in here, but I honestly don't see it. But yeah, this book was a really good to make this one story and that come to life. It was honestly a really kind of cool. It doesn't take place in London. It actually took place in Paris. And all that. So yeah, this one was honestly a really good book. I loved it. And one of my other favorites. When I read that one, my next book. Okay. Let me say this. When I first started reading that Nicholas Sparks book, it wasn't this particular book. It was the Lucky one, but that was my very first attempt at Nicholas Sparks. So this was by Nicholas Sparks, and it's called The Guardian. So there's, it's about Julie Barsons and actually her dog. And then I see the thing in here looks like I don't. I don't know how they do, but so it's about this girl named Julie and her dog Signer, pretty much. But her husband died of, I believe it was cancer or a heart attack. Julie was actually stalked through an ex-boyfriend, her husband's best friend. But it was kind of strange because it had so many different elements to it. It had a horror element. It had a stalker element to it. And like a killer kind of vibe to it. But and I put the police on the other one. But I don't honestly remember the creators. Oh yeah, Richard Franklin was one. And Mike Harris. Mike Harris in this book. I believe he was the stalker who kept calling her and that. But he kind of went. So have I ever mentioned that Julie? Like who does that? A stalker. Hello, stalker vibe. But still, he was in this different state that he wanted to know more about Julie, but he went to her hometown. But he kept calling. Kept wanting to be with her. It's like, okay. But there was a bar fight. Actually, what happened was Julie was a hair designer. One of her coworkers got killed. It was like, okay, what the heck happened? But it was that stalker guy who did it. It was kind of like, okay, but it was more like there was this bar fight. the other guy, she broke up with the one guy, like the new guy, but he was a stalker through and through. Stalker through and through, but she went to see a musical for the very first time with this new guy, and she honestly loved this guy so much. But here's the part that I didn't get. Why did the stalker keep winning that? But the police stopped him, but really didn't. It was like a stalker killing. The stalker almost killed her dog. Towards the end, I thought that was like honestly, oh no, poor Sickner. But it was more. This one had a lot of stalking. He was like in the tree spying on her and that. But we know that's a stalker pretty much. But yeah, this book was honestly really good. The ending was kind of sad. Didn't know the dog was going to stay alive or not. But I believe the dog did stay alive, if I honestly remember. Oh yeah, it was a devastating disaster. That's all I'm gonna say. I couldn't remember, but this book was a good book. And if you guys want to read something that a stalker kind of thing, yeah, this book would be just right. Now, Nicholas Sparks' book always has a picture of him on the back. Always has a picture of him on the back, so you know. This is our next book. Okay, this one was. I thought this one was honestly really. But I've seen the movie. The movie was kind of really fast paced, but this one was by Chris Furby. It's called Overcomer. So it's about this girl. What was her name? This has. Oh, I still have the thing in here. I don't. But I can grab the book. It was by this girl. Yeah, like. It was by this girl who wanted. So the school kind of shut down because of a gun shooting. But it was more. She was more into running, so she went for track and field. She ran, but she also had really bad asthma. But her dad, her mom died. She stayed with her grandmother. But she kept stealing things. Yeah, I thought this message right. But the true meaning of this, she won that whole entire race. But she got to meet her father. And I thought that was honestly pretty cool. The coach's son he had a couple of sons, too. And one of his sons actually got a scholarship to a college. His other son was honestly have to get her the scholarship and stuff. It was honestly, but the coach kind of yelled at her grandmother in the end, but that was like a heated argument, so she kept seeing her dad, but her grandmother didn't want her to see her dad. It was like a sad, heartbreaking story. But it was honestly a really good, life-changing, a good first-timer read. So this one was a really good read. If you honestly, in her birthday, her dad was there, but he died. And that part was a sad moment. Let's just say that. So yeah, this one was absolutely a good book. I honestly enjoyed it when I read it. And yeah, this one was a really amazing book. Also, for that video for this book specifically on the end. But I might want the playlist of my book reviews. Because most of these did have their own book reviews. So I'm going to put that playlist right on the description. So Overcomer was good, but the movie was honestly really, really well made. Really, really good. For our last and final book. Well, you can tell I don't the name a lot. But you know what? I'm going to slow it down. But there's a lot of awesome quotes. This one's actually by Nicholas Sparks himself. Also, this book has a picture of him on the back. This one's called The Risk by Nicholas Sparks. And I'll also put this thing. That whole playlist will be of a lot of different novels. And I've done a book review in a long, long time. So, after having the book done, now do you guys want a book review, we can do a poll on that. Even on the Instagram to see what you guys all want to do on that. So this one's a bit. It was if I remember. It was about this girl. That kid got her pregnant. Right. If I get her, what her name was. Maggie Johnson, yeah. Okay, so this girl named Maggie. She had to go stay with her grandmother, because she got pregnant with the baby girl, of course. But sorry to spoil you the moment. But this book was honestly one of my favorite Nicholas Sparks books ever. To give you guys a little heads up, I'm almost halfway through reading all of his novels. This one is almost done, but no, we're not gonna on the other one. So this one is honestly about a Christmas story. It starts with Maggie living in New York. She had a job at stand-up. Did she give that a go? No, she worked at an art studio. Yeah, that's what it was. So she did all these paintings and stuff. They did these, she had a date with this guy ice skating. But she told this story, honestly wonderful, about when she fooled around, she got pregnant with that kid's cousin or brother. Yeah, it was a cousin. If I honestly remember. But she, her career was, she didn't have a career at first, but she worked at her aunt's, I don't say a restaurant, so no, it was like a store. Like for all these different, like a food store and all that. So she did, her first visit to her grandmother's place, where she had to go on a ferry. It took place in Washington, not D.C., but Seattle. It took place in Seattle. She went on the ferry and all that to go to the different stores and that. But when she got bigger, her stuff got bigger and that. She met this guy named Bryce, so they hit it off quite good. But this book specifically, it told a wonderful story. Not just a Christmas story. Bryce, his mom and dad were really nice to her. They took a lot of photographs together. They handed out. He actually was her. Oh gosh, what do you call it? When she wasn't very good in math and science, Bryce was her tutor. And she wanted to graduate from high school. But her parents sent her off to live with her aunt. But actually, I thought it was honestly pretty cool. And that's why I thought it was pretty cool. And only because this book was... But Bryce ended up being in the military. He showed his dog in the end. But his mom was in a wheelchair a lot. So it was hard for her to get around. So they dated. They booked it off. He took her to this restaurant, you know. But when he went to military school, he ended up dying. When Mickey found out, she was so sad. But it was more than 3 years went by, then she died. But the story kept going on with her daughter. She had to give her daughter up to a nice couple. She wanted to keep her daughter. But her aunt and her mom and dad said no. I thought, if that was me, I would have kept the kid. Just saying. But she was really kind of uncomfortable on that. But it was more... But after she died of a broken heart, wanted to be with Bryce. But after, then her daughter took over the rest of the storyline. So, yeah. So this one was one of my favorite books by Nicholas Sparks. So those are my favorite books by the very first books that I've read ever since I started my book channel. If you guys want to know more of the books that got me started, or you want to see other books that I did read and you never heard of before, drop it down in the comments and I would like you to do this specific video. Or recommend any deal. You're more than welcome to leave the song in the comments and in the booktub community. The first tip of the Lord. Always remember the Lord comes first. The Lord can help in so many different ways. And I'm so, I love the Lord to my heart and soul with all my heart. And you should also love the Lord, because He is our mighty King. He's our Lord, He's our Savior, and He's the Holy Father. And that's tip number 2. For our edited tips, the first edited tip, make sure if you have a camera or just other stuff. I recently, last weekend, got this really cool case. I honestly do want to show you guys. So this is the thing I got. Make sure it, you can fit stuff in here and on the sides and in here. Like in here I have my photo camera, because I have my that's something I do want to start up, but I'll tell you guys more about that in a minute. I have my webcams, where the stuff's gonna be put in, so everything will stay nice and organized. And this is area here I can put stuff as well. So this is the thing I wanted for a while, and I finally got it last weekend, and I am so happy that I got it. So that was that. I have a surprise for you all. And this next Thursday, my dad is taking me out for dinner. And I'm getting my late Christmas present that I will show you guys next week's vlog. I'm hoping that guest star for next week will show up. Including to the guest star for tonight. He didn't even show up. But it's not a big deal. Because he can guest star more than once if he wanted to. The next guest star is actually somebody that you all may know. But I'm not going to give you guys no heads up of who it is. But I'm hoping this one will probably be for next week. Next week's video. And that one will be a book swap. I'm actually really excited for this. The book swap thing. Like I said, I've never done a book swap before, so I'm honestly quite excited. At some point, we are going to have my dad guest starring for a book swap, so the books already are picked for that. And I just want to let you guys all know that we do have a book swap coming up, and I'll be reading all those. Do you mean the clips of the book with me reading? But the end of it, I might do the clips, or I'm gonna wait for the final part of it to give you guys all my ratings and all that. With a specific person. Next week's Valentine's Day, and why not spend a Valentine's Day with a book swap? Valentine's Day book swap. But the books that I'm picking for that specific person, you will see it on the different channels, one of our main channels, here on Paris Butterfly YouTube team. So let's give you guys a heads up for that video next week. If not, then I have something else planned, and if that person doesn't do it so well, but I'm sure he will, because I'm honestly quite excited for that, but I am honestly, you see who it is. This was probably gonna blow your mind. So yeah, it's your head. But I want to thank you all to come to Basic Good Books. And we do have the, friendship tips real quick for you all, because we are starting the main stuff back up. The first friendship tip is, make sure that your best friend knows how much you love her. Or him. Whoever it is. Your best friends. And the second tip, make sure that if you give a birthday present to one of your friends, make sure you give it to them, maybe in private, or just give it. And that is what matters, because I have a friend, his birthday is actually next week, and we're going to do our birthday shout-outs coming back up fairly soon. And we did get a new subscriber, and then we come Kayla. Actually, her name is Kayla, but I forget her last name, but welcome to the book family. I hope you're going to fall in love with all the booktubers, my friends and family, and reading bookers. Booktube readers. And so thank you to come to Basic Good Books. I will see you guys in the vlog next week. Let's hope they get started next week or so. I'm not going to make sure that person shows up. And only because I've already given that person to show up. I shouldn't have done that for tonight's guest star, but somehow he didn't show. But it's not a big deal. I'm doing like different people for guest stars on Basic Good Books. But usually we do have my homegirl Danielle Jose. And the other one, because we all know our homegirl, my bestie of the best, Danielle Jose, say, I can see her tomorrow when we practice. Me and my mom still has this bet going on. Every time I get stuck, I get a new book. Let's hope I get a new book tomorrow. Let's hope so. Please pray for me to get a start tomorrow. Please do. Because I've been doing a good job with giving my hands straight in there. But please pray that I get a strike tomorrow so I can get a new book. Only because that's the only way to honestly, not to motivate me, to get me actually excited for something really hip and awesome. I'm getting my new mouse next week. Really, actually, that's what it's gonna be for my dad. A Christmas present, but I'm still gonna show you guys it anyway. And probably in a short or video, the next week's video. So I want to thank you all. If you're new to Lazy Good Books, welcome in. We do have newcomers. And I hope everybody has a good morning, night, day, evening. Click down onto the red subscribe button down below. And click the navigation bell for all the new videos. Updates are AI Live. I did put those 2 new ones that you all saw. We're getting the new subscribers lately, so the most of them are family. And no one lost family members in that, so I know I would check the rest of it tonight when I can. But that's totally, If you are new to BookTube, welcome aboard. We do our reading, we do our devotions, we have our book club book I actually do on the show, the newcomers, yeah, but the book club book is actually The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks. If you ever want to start hearing that, you are more than welcome to. But I'm going to be continuing that. That video might be coming for that tomorrow to continue. So, and we also going to be doing, I do book channel of the month. I haven't not done that yet, but I'm going to do that before I go to bed tonight. So, I hope you guys have a great morning and evening. Click download to the red subscribe button down below. Click the navigation button for all the our shorts, new videos coming up. Alright, book talk shorts, our Instagram shorts. I never done Instagram shorts in a while, so I might want to do one tonight. So to give you guys all a heads up. I know I've been doing that at my live videos of AI. But I will give you some more dance videos as well, because I know you guys all love that. All of that's going to be coming back starting this weekend. And I will honestly do more videos during the week when I can. If you guys have any ideas for book videos, drop those down in the comments. Thank you to come to Lazy Good Books. If you're new, recommend, I do have a book family that you can honestly kind of fall right in love with. Okay, for the ending, we have a few shout outs I honestly want to do. The first person is somebody who's been just a great friend to me, and I do want to thank this person. She just watched my book channel quite a lot, and she's just been just a wonderful joy, so down to earth, and that is somebody who's been a great friend to me through so many good and bad, and that's my friend Richard Dragger. So, Girlie, I hope you feel better, and you guys please put some love down in the comments, because she has a really bad cold, and she loves to read like I do, so please give us some love in the comments. And Lisa, the next person, the second person, who's been just a great influence to me. And this person has been a good friend to me for a very long time. I was adult growing up, is, drummer please, Nicholas Cobo. Buddy old pal, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great. I hope you are just being a great person. Somebody knows that you always have been to me, and you've just been a great friend all along. Thank you to be my friend. the last person is a family member of mine. This person started with my channel since I started back in 2020. And this person's been just a great, I don't say influence of me or anything like that. But I just want to give this person a shout out because, first of all, I love you. And I hope everything's going great for you. So now she knows. But I hope you are doing great. I miss you. And that is somebody in my family that I love dearly to my heart. And that is dearly to my heart. And that would be my Uncle Terry. Uncle Terry, I love you. Love you, Uncle Terry. Miss you and hope you're doing great. And that is to Cousin Jonathan, the last one. Cousin Johnny, I miss you. Please leave a comment down below. Well, Peggy, can you do congratulations, good books? Oh, I have one more. Shut up. Don't worry, it's not my nose. Okay. This whole vlog's not about my nose. It's just let's see, but okay. I just want to give this shout out to this particular person. She got me started on. She's been my friend ever since I started BookTube. And this goes to Haley in Bookland. Haley, thank you for having started just after we got started too. So the shout outs for the Buffia. And I just wanted to say thank you to let me be part of such a big BookTube community. Thank you for all the videos that you've done that actually got me started. Listen, it's your nose, but thank you to come to Basic Good Books. I hope you guys have a great time here. And I just want to say, one more thing to her, Just Out and Haley in Bookland. You two are the main people who actually got me started on BookTube, and I just want to say thank you. You've just been good friends to me and to BookTube, and I just want to thank you all. And rest of my BookTube friends, Chauncey, Faith, Ashman, and Ian. You guys are amazing. You guys all are my friends here on my book channel, and I am so happy that I have great BookTube friends. That makes me who I am today, who loves to read. I want to thank everybody who came in to see this video and all the other videos I do have. If you're new, welcome in. Well, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll see you guys in the next week video. And don't forget, we do have a guest star. But if you want to know who this next guest star is, let's hope he shows up to do this book swap with me. Valentine's Day style. I will be honestly very happy. Thank you to come to Basic Good Books. If you're new, welcome in. You can check out all my videos if you want. Like I keep saying, I'm nothing to hide, so you better enjoy the book box I've been giving to you all. So thank you to come to Basic Good Books, and I hope you guys have a great morning, night, day, evening. And also check out all my social media, my book talk, my book talk, my Instagram, my Goodreads, all that stuff. I have linked on my channel. Thank you for coming to Basic Good Books. I hope you guys have a great Monday night, day, evening, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Give this vlog a big thumbs up and peace out. Well, quick, my book familiars. What is the book what got you started on BookTube? I would like to know it down below in the comments, and also in the book family community. Thank you to come to Basic Good Books. I hope you guys have fun. Comment, like, share all you want. And tell your friends and family, check out my channel if you want. I really be happy to see new people just checking things out. Thank you. And peace out.